Hi, how's it going? I'm Avery Day, and this is Everyday Self-Care. And today I'm going to be sharing a sequence with you for when you have your period and you experience cramping and abdominal discomfort. So, in traditional Chinese medicine, there are several reasons and root causes for period pain and discomfort. And it's really important to go in and see an acupuncturist to get your pulse diagnosed, your tongue diagnosed, to answer questions, to find out what the root cause is for you, because everybody's pain is different. Everybody's body is different, and that's really important to know. But with that said, and with the understanding that places are closed, clinics are closed right now, social distancing is really important, and affordability is a major issue for many of us. And that's why I wanted to share this sequence. So what this sequence is going to address is going to be to help to move blood and to help to move qi that's stuck. It's also going to have some points to help to nurture the organs that are involved in menstruation in traditional Chinese medicine. And we're also going to be working up the inside of the leg, which is where all three of those organ meridians go up. So we're going to be doing some massage going up. So we're really going to be removing obstructions in these meridians or channels. And so I'm hoping with that, it can help you to diminish pain and discomfort. It's going to be very gentle, very chill, because around our period, we shouldn't be doing a lot of rigorous exercise or asanas. We should really be just nurturing the body and going within. It's also going to be calming and restorative, which is really important because stress can be a big reason for experiencing period pain and discomfort. So I'm not going to get too into the theory, but it's a good idea to check out the other video that I did, just talking more about foods to incorporate, foods to minimize, and ways that we can look after ourselves throughout our cycle to diminish pain and discomfort. And then I would just say to do this sequence on the first day of your cycle and then the most painful day, and keep it up for a couple months because it does take time for the body to regulate and balance. And just be mindful about how you look after yourself, and hopefully this will be a big help to you. It was to me. I haven't had to take any ibuprofen, any Nurofen, anything for about a year. And I still keep up this sequence one day a month as preventative care. So that's really important too, just to stay on top of looking after ourselves. So yeah, check out that video on the theory, but other than that, let's get into the sequence and the points. So the first point is going to be on the top of our feet, in between the big toe and the little toe. We run our finger up in between the first and second toe, in between those tendons, until we get to this bone at the top of the foot. We go a little closer to the toes and then fall into a depression. That's liver 3. If you have longer nails, you can use pencil erasers to stimulate this, or we're just going to use the pads of our index finger or middle finger to stimulate, just like that. And from there, if you drag your thumb along the inner arch of your foot, and you can kind of see a change in skin tone. If you don't see a change in skin tone, that's okay, but this point is going to be on that line if you do. So if you just drag your finger up that inner arch, towards the middle of the arch, you're going to feel a bone. And you want to go slightly closer to the sole of your foot and then slightly closer to the toes. And you fall into a little depression. This point's called spleen 4. And I'll get into the meaning when we get into the sequence because we'll be holding points for a little bit longer today. But that's spleen 4. From there, we're just going to come up around the ankle. And I'm not going to pick any particular points right here. We're just going to work a little bit all around the inner ankle there and around the heel, because this is where the kidney meridian runs. And if you watch the video where I explain more about your period, then you know that the liver, the kidney, and the spleen are all organs and meridians that we need to nourish right now. So we're going to work around the heel. And then the next point, if you come to your ankle bone again, lay 4 finger widths, or that's 3 soon, and then just run your pinky off of this shin bone here and you fall into a depression. That's spleen 6. All right, really beneficial point for any menstrual issues. And again, I'll get into that in more detail during the sequence. So there we go, we got spleen 6, and there's going to be 2 more points on the spleen meridian. So we need lots of pillows today, really comfy. So I'm just going to stack a little bit. So during this sequence today, we're going to be doing a bit of work along the inside of the leg. And so we're going to be in a comfortable seated position just with one leg raised. So the next point is going to be on the spleen meridian. So we just run in a straight line up from spleen 6. And then if you go to your knee, you see this like knee crease here. Lay 4 finger widths again, or 3 soon down. And then we're just going to run off here. And that's spleen 8. We're going to stimulate that with our elbow today. Okay, spleen 8. And then we're going to find spleen 10. So go to your kneecap and just measure it. That's too soon. Take that measurement and slide it up to the top of the kneecap. And then we're just going to pivot it, bend your knee, and you're going to fall into a little depression here in this quad muscle. And that's spleen 10. Okay, and again, we're going to stimulate that just with our elbow. Okay, so we're following that whole line. And then the last points are going to be on the abdomen. So all the points on the abdomen are going to be on the lower abdomen, and they are also contraindicated during pregnancy, but again, if you have your period, you're not pregnant, so this should be a non-issue today. Okay, so if we come to our belly here, we're going to go in line with our belly button, and we're going to go too soon out. So if you remember, that's the same measurement as your kneecap. You could take that measurement to find it, or it's also the width of your thumb, so you can do, 2 thumbs out and find it right here. This is on the stomach meridian. This is stomach 25, and this is good for local discomfort, so digestive discomfort or abdominal discomfort from your period. So it's going to benefit painful periods. And we're also just going to do some points here just to stimulate chi and blood, and just to bring awareness and to release energy and make sure energy is flowing properly here in the lower abdomen. So we've got these 2 points, stomach 25. And then we've got 2 points on what we call the Ren meridian, and the Ren meridian runs straight up the front of our body. So it's going to be on the midline. So if you go to your belly button, and it's going to be 1.5 soon down, so that's your index and middle finger from your belly button. Okay, this is Ren 6. And then the next point is going to be 3 soon down. So remember, 3 soon is 4 finger widths down from the belly button, and it's just there. And the way that we're going to stimulate all of these points is we're just going to inhale, and on our exhale, we're going to gently push in with both middle fingers. We're going to inhale, ease off, bounce over, exhale, press down. Inhale, ease off. We're just going to go in a little bit of a triangle shape and just hit all these points following our breath. Okay? So those are the points, and like I said, you're going to need a bunch of pillows and then also a heating pad or one of these bad boys, a hot water bottle, because we're going to rest that on our lower abdomen, because heat is so beneficial when we have our period, especially on our lower abdomen, okay? All right, so today I'm going to sit up on a pillow, be nice and comfortable. Make sure you have other pillows close by, because we're going to utilize them a lot. And we're going to begin in Baddha Konasana, or butterfly pose. So go ahead and bring your heels as close as is comfortable towards your groin, and just wrap your fingers around your toes, and we're just going to begin to flap our knees a little bit. Close your eyes. Begin to focus on your breath. The movement does not have to follow your breath at all. So The liver, the kidney, and the spleen, all of these meridians, these organs that are involved in menstruation, they run up the inside of our leg. So we're going to work all of them today because they're all influential to our menstrual health. Begin to slow down that flap. Good. And then just keep your eyes closed. Take a breath in. Let it go. Move your heels a little bit further out and begin to just run your hands up your legs. Just beginning to move energy upward. And then begin to drag your thumb along that inner arch on that spleen meridian and allow your fingertips to run in between the first and second toe up between the tendons there. That's the liver meridian. So we're just going to wake up those two meridians. Close your eyes. Lengthen through your spine so we're not hunching over. We're still maintaining integrity in the spine and in this pose. Strong yet relaxed. Don't forget to breathe. Just running the fingers up and slowly bring our middle fingers to that liver 3 point on the top of the foot. You can brace the sole of your foot with your thumb and just press straight down. If you have longer nails, you can grab your pencils with erasers here. Go ahead and close your eyes, and we're just going to breathe into that. And this liver 3 point is really incredible for any PMS symptoms. If you're feeling irritable, low back pain, menstrual cramps, it's going to help regulate menstruation. Really great point. Just make sure you're lengthening through the crown of the head, nice and long in the spine. Shoulders on the back. And you want to stimulate until you begin to feel chi. So the sensation of chi can come in a few ways. You could get a little bit of a buzz or a vibration. Sometimes it's a little sore. You might feel warming, but you're going to feel energy moving. When you're ready, open your eyes and just begin to drag your fingers up again, up that liver and spleen meridian. And then begin to drag your thumbs up to that spleen 4 point. Rest your thumbs, stabilize on the top of your foot. Inhale, reaching up through the spine, and exhale, just gently lean forward, press into that point. Be careful on those thumbs, use the pads of the thumbs. Keep pressing, breath in, reaching through the spine, up. Exhale, pressing a little deeper. Now just begin to make gentle circles and have a gentle rock here. And as you rock forward, you're going to lean into that point a little more. Now spleen 4 is a good point for regulating menstruation. It's going to harmonize the middle jiao, which is the middle space on the trunk of our body. So it's going to help with digestive issues if we're experiencing those during our period. going to stay here just a little bit longer. One more breath in, reaching through the spine. Exhale, gently lean forward. And then get back into that massaging motion where you're just dragging your fingers and your thumb up. Now I want you to either take your pinky sides or your fingertips, and we're just going to begin to create friction around the ankle. So we're just rubbing back and forth, stimulating heat. And you can go all around the ankle to the heel. All these are, there's kidney points along here, and they're all going to benefit menstruation. You can use your thumbs, just creating some heat. You can see my skin's getting a little red there. That means I've got chi coming to the area. Just a little bit longer. This is also in reflexology. Around the ankle is going to benefit the uterus. It's going to benefit menstrual issues. If you have a tender point, you can hang out there for a minute unless it's too tender. Don't want to be uncomfortable, right? All right. Lay your hands at the ankles, and we're going to find that spleen 6 point. Drag your pinky off of that shin bone there into a depression. We're going to use our thumbs. The pads of our thumbs and our fingers are wrapped around, stabilizing around the underside of our leg. Gentle rock, making circles. And again, we're going to stay here until we feel chi. Now this point is called San Yin Jiao, which means 3 yin intersection. So going to benefit yin. And it's also where the liver meridian, the spleen meridian, and the kidney meridian cross. They're all yin organs. So very, very powerful point for any menstrual issue. It's very calming. This is contraindicated during pregnancy, but if you have your period, you're not pregnant, so I wouldn't worry about it right now. Check in with your shoulders, make sure they're relaxed. You can roll them up and onto your back. So we still want to maintain strength and stabilization along the spine and in the shoulders. We don't want to be collapsing here. Okay, hold still in that pose. Inhale, reaching up through the spine. Exhale, gentle lean forward, press in. And just sweep your hands up. Straighten the legs. You give them a little shake. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Let your hands fall where they want to. You can get to your toes, anywhere on your shins. You want to be comfortable. And breathe. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Breath in. And on your exhale, just drag your fingertips up that spleen meridian and then the outside of the leg. So your thumb is running up the inside of the leg, your fingertips the outside. We're just going to do that a few times. Now bend your right leg over your left. And then inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, wrap your fingertips, wrap your arms around, interlace your fingertips. Close your eyes and breathe. We're in a seated pigeon pose here. Lengthening through the spine, active through that right heel, gently opening in your right hip. open your eyes, have a look around. You're gonna want to grab some pillows here. So bring this left heel in as close as is comfortable. Take a couple pillows and stack them. Then we're going to come into that comfortable seated position, but our left leg is going to be down and our right leg is going to be up on pillows. You might want to stack, I'm going to stack 3 because we're going to be working along this line. So we want to be pretty high up, we want to be comfortable. So our right lower leg is going to be parallel with the front of the mat. And we're just going to begin to massage up the leg. So we're going to forearm roll. So we're just using this part of the forearm and we're just rolling forward and out. And you want to check in with your upper body. You want to be collapsing. We don't want to be hunched. We want to be nice and lengthened through the spine. And we're using our body weight to get that pressure. And we're allowing our upper body to follow this right hand. So this is a very fluid movement. And we're massaging these meridians that are going to be beneficial for menstruation. And we're going in an upward direction. So we're going from ankle up to hip and then starting over again at the ankle because we want to go with the flow of circulation. We want to go towards the heart. All right, let's do one more. Now, take your 3 or your 4 fingers up from your ankle. Find that spleen 6 point. Take your left elbow and just plant it there. Okay, be careful not to collapse here. Take your right hand and measure from that knee crease 4 finger widths or 3 down on that same line. Come to spleen 8. All right, so we're just going to be stimulating both points with our elbows. We're going to inhale, drop the fingertips down, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bring the fingertips closer to the face. Gentle fold. So inhale and exhale. Close your eyes. If this pressure is too much, then don't bring your fingertips towards your face. Just keep them palm facing up. So this spleen 8 point is going to help to move blood. It's going to help with cramping. So if you get abdominal cramps or abdominal pain, this is a great point for that. Really good for if you have painful periods. So remember, we want to stay here for at least a minute or until you get chi. And you can begin to I have a fluid movement going. My arms are not moving with my breath. Just a little pumping action. I'm going to stay here a little bit longer. Inhale, come on up, and then just do about 3 rounds of massaging up the leg just to get that circulation going again. And then we want to find that spleen 10 point. Take your right elbow and just lean in there. My left hand is just resting on the arch of my foot, so I'm still working the spleen meridian from both ends there. Just making gentle circles with my right fingertips. Once you have the point and your hand is stable on your left foot, try and find as much balance in your spine as possible. And close your eyes and just breathe, leaning into this point, this spleen 10 point. The name of spleen 10 is Shui Hai, and it is seat of blood. That's the translation. So this is going to be beneficial for moving blood again, but it's also beneficial for any disorders of the blood. So if there's too much heat, and often too much heat in the blood is what causes a heavy period, or too much heat can be what causes us to break out. So great for menstrual issues here. Remember to check in with the spine, make sure you're not collapsing. One more big breath in. And let it go. Ease off, we're going to do a few more rounds. Let it go with these pillows aside for a little bit. Strengthen both legs. Bend that right leg again. Inhale, wrap that left arm around that bent right knee. Exhale, plant your right hand behind you and gentle twist. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Do a few more of these. Inhale, come out, straighten both legs. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fold. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. So on the inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, cross the left leg over the right. Same thing, other side. Inhale, bend that right knee. Adjust as you need. Exhale, wrap the fingertips around to interlace. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe. Seated pigeon. Opening in that left hip. One more breath in. Exhale, open the eyes. If you can, bring that right heel a little bit closer to you and bring it over to that left side. Grab your pillows again. And come to that comfortable seated position with that left leg raised parallel with the front of the mat. And again, beginning to forearm roll up the inside of the leg here. Now if you roll from the back to the front, that's going to help you hit the meridians. So when we massage, acupoints, and stretch along meridians, it's going to help to unblock chi. And blocked chi is what causes discomfort. One of the reasons that we feel discomfort. Let's One more. Go ahead and resituate if you need to. Lay 4 fingers down or 3 soon up from that inner ankle bone. Find that spleen 6 point. Then use your left hand. Go from that knee crease, 4 finger widths or 3 soon down on that same line. Just gently lead. Close your eyes and breathe. Getting that nice fluid motion of bringing the fingertips up towards the face. So the palm is face up this whole time. Using our elbows to stimulate the tendons. Checking with the shoulders, checking with the spine. Couple more breaths here. You can hold the point. It's up to you if you feel like movement is more helpful to you or just leaning in. Just being mindful of your joints here. On your next inhale, let go, open the eyes. And just begin to do a few rounds, ankle to hip of the forearm rolling. If the forearm is too much pressure, you can always just palm press up to. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Remember to just, the rock and roll helps because then we're using our body weight. We're not using muscle energy to stimulate anything. All right, go ahead and find that spleen 10 point again and just lean in. So my left arm, my left elbow is stimulating spleen 10. My right is just resting along the arch of the foot. Fluid movement or being still. Either way, close your eyes and breathe. Feel the sensation. A few more breaths. Next inhale, let it go. Exhale, roll up. Just a few. Move those pillows aside, straighten the legs, and then bend this left knee. Inhale, wrap the right arm around the right knee, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, plant your left hand behind you and gentle twist. Inhale, come out, and just slide down. We're gonna keep this pillow here, We're going to come to lie on our back, but we want to use the pillow to create just a gentle tilt in our pelvis. Now, bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop out. Bring your hands to your lower abdomen. Really breathe into your reproductive organs. Now we're going to begin to stimulate those points on the lower abdomen. You can stay in this reclined butterfly, or you can bend your knees. You want to make sure you're comfortable. Begin on the right side of the belly button. So it's too soon out if you need to measure that knee, or use your thumbs. Too soon out from the belly button. Bring both middle fingers to that point. And we're just going to begin to follow our breath. Inhale, we just rest our middle fingers there, and on an exhale, we gently push straight down towards the floor. Inhale, ease off, then move to 1.5 soon, or that index finger and middle finger down from the belly button. And on your next exhale, you push down. Inhale, ease off, then we go too soon out on the left side. Exhale. Inhale, ease off, 3 soon down on the midline of the belly button. On your next exhale, you push down. So this is going to get very fluid, moving with the breath. So inhale, we shift to the next point. Ease off and shift. Exhale, press down. All these points are going to be beneficial for local reasons. So they're going to benefit menstrual issues, they're going to benefit the digestive system. And if there's a point that you feel like you need to stay for a few breaths, that's fine too. You don't have to necessarily move points with the breath. Just make sure to ease off on your inhale and press in on your exhale. I want you to finish one more complete round. And then, if you have a hot water bottle or a heating pad, go ahead and get that now and just place it on your lower abdomen. Bring the soles of your feet together, drop your knees out again. Just recline butterfly. If this begins to get uncomfortable, you can just straighten your legs out Shavasana. And we're going to stay here for a little while, just cultivating heat in the lower abdomen. Make sure you're warming up here. If you need to grab a blanket, do so. We're just going to rest here. When there's pain and discomfort, when there's mood swings, these are all signs of imbalance. Just remember to rest and take it easy. Nourish your body. Reduce stress. Stay here as long as you can. And I'm Every Day. Thank you so much for joining me today and for taking the time to nurture your body and nurture your cycle, nourish yin, nourish blood. I truly hope that this sequence is beneficial to you.